always is Jim Fitzpatrick, also known as Fitz. Fitz, how are you tonight?
Ray.
You're getting your Ray.
You're
You're
getting
getting
your
your
Fitzes
Fitzes.
mixed up.
I'm Bill Fitzpatrick.
Yes. Our
Your
guest
partner
is
is
Bill
Jim.
Bill
Fitzpatrick
Fitzpatrick. I am Jim Fitzpatrick. How
and
many years have I known
Fitzgerald.
you, Ray? Okay.
Too many, Jim. Too
All
many.
right. Anyway, I am one
It
Fitz.
could be
And these
worse.
guys are two of the best.
That's right. The best Fitzes out there. And of course,
Yeah,
Fitz in Irish means son of me, Gerald, you of Patrick. There are some other designations for that too, I
right,
understand, over the years. Bill Fitzpatrick,
right.
I'll let you do the introduction. We go back many years, but Ray, why don't you give our audience the introduction with the other Fitz on the air tonight?
Well, we'd like to welcome tonight someone who's been involved in law enforcement for over 50 years. And I'm going to let him tell you it's probably even longer than 50 years. But his name is Bill Fitzpatrick. And Bill, we'd love to welcome you to the show.
Thanks, Ray.
Yeah, I met, Bill.
Great to be here.
This is the first time we've ever had face-to-face conversation by our platform.
Right,
But we've shared emails, we've talked on the phone, and you invited me in kind of at the last minute to a case involving a black widow, meaning the woman who murders husbands or lovers, and we're going to get into that
right.
later in this episode. But and a few cases you've prosecuted over the years. But you are the district attorney of Onondaga County, New York, which is the Syracuse, New York area.
Right.
And tell us a little bit about how that all started. Where were you? You were from, I think, Brooklyn, New York City.
Yeah, I grew up in Brooklyn, Jimmy, and my dad was in New York. When my brother and I were little, I have one sibling, my older brother, little, and if under the weather, I remember she broke her wrist once, and probably completely illegally, my father would take Barry and I to the precinct house, the 88th precinct in Brooklyn, New York, in a pretty tough in the detective room, and we would just saucers and listen to the language and see the perps being brought in and the interrogations and camaraderie between the detectives. Everybody was Uncle Joe, Uncle, and there were white guys, Irish, mostly Irish guys, Italians, Jews, and it was a great experience for me, and it kind of stuck with me. And I remember, Jim, I was 11, and my dad gave me a book, Kidnapped by Robert Louis Stevenson, but Kidnapped by a guy by the name of George Waller. And it was a recitation, historical, about the Lindbergh kidnapping case. And, it was kind of a heady book for an 11-year-old to read, but I read it cover to cover in a couple of days. And I'm sure Ray, but it was really the first time, probably not the first time, but it certainly at that scale where forensics were used to convict Bruno Richard Hauptmann. And I know there's been a bunch of books. He's innocent, he was a patsy, and so forth and so on, just like Lee Harvey Oswald was a patsy. And it's just gibberish. Hauptmann was demonstrably guilty. He'd be convicted today in a beat, is executed and proclaiming his innocence to the end, as if that somehow gives him absolution from the horrific crime he committed. But ever since that time, I've been fascinated by the intersection of science and the law, and how you can use science to convict people. I started at Syracuse University Law School, and I started working for the local DA's office. I wanted to go back to Brooklyn and work there. I actually had a job offer from a guy in the Bronx, Mario Marola, who was a former New York City cop, great guy. And then out of the blue, I got an offer from the DA's office up here in Syracuse. At that time, I think we had a staff of about 20. I have 50 and never left. I did leave the office for 5 years as a defense lawyer, not for financial reasons. I just had an argument with my boss, but I graduated law school in '76. I think I tried my first homicide case in '79. It went to the Supreme Court, and then a religious figure in his body on the Onondaga Nation, which is right.
I don't think we can keep doing this, guys. Bill, you're really breaking up. Can you hear me?
He's frozen right now. You're frozen right now, Bill.
Yeah.
Bill, it's really, you're breaking in and out every 10 seconds or so. Our producer, the whiz man, and he is, suggests, why don't you sign out and sign back in? I'm sorry, we can maybe do a shorter version of this, although I enjoyed listening to it. Would you mind signing out and coming back on?
Yeah. No. Let me do that right now.
Okay.
Okay.
It's never easy, Ray. It's never easy.
I saw the expression on your face. I saw that when I first came on, he had a hard time picking me up.
I'll tell you, I did a sound check today. Maybe that's how we got to. Maybe we got to start doing it that way for this 4 o'clock podcast I did. The guy had me come on at noon, do a sound check, change some audio things around. It doesn't usually happen this way, just like last night. I think Bill will be a great guest. It's just getting him on where we can hear him.
I agree. I have a lot of questions for him.
Okay.
How are you now, Bill?
Any better?
Give us a little bit of the alphabet.
Can see and hear both of you fine. F, G, 7. No?
Yeah. You're freezing up, or your video is. That's not as important as the audio.
Are you on an iPad, Bill? Are you on your iPad?
Oh boy.
Another mechanism.
He's on his iPad.
Yeah.
That may be the problem versus a laptop.
But it seems like that's his go-to device from last night, and that's fine. Yeah. But it must be something with your signal up there, Bill. And it's not fair to you. We're missing like every 10th word, and your story is so interesting. And I know you deleted a bunch of stuff to get this going.
Give me a minute. Let me work on this other thing here. I'll sign off on this.
Okay.
And I'll get back.
Okay.
As soon as I possibly.
Okay. Yeah, let's catch up tomorrow, Fitz.
Yeah.
On that doc I sent you about that case.
Yeah.
And